and relationship expert.
And I'm Carmelia Ray, celebrity matchmaker, TV personality, and online dating expert.
And today we're bringing you
Spicy love. Minus the burn.
Minus the burn. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
So, how has your week been?
Mine? Oh my goodness. It's been crazy. I think I feel as if we were just here like 5 minutes ago, right? An entire week has gone by and we're already on episode 5. It's unbelievable that we're on episode 5.
I know. Time has flown by. And thank you to everyone who's tuning in. And if you're watching this, go ahead and tag or share this video if you have single friends who are looking for love.
Yes, this is an hour every Thursday of matchmaking, live matchmaking. And today we have an incredible show with 4 new amazing singles, and we can't wait. We can't wait to reveal them. So, by the way, are we ready to meet Bachelor number 1?
We can meet Bachelor number 1, but before we bring on Bachelor number 1, I also want to remind everyone who's watching, if you have a question for any of our bachelors or bachelorettes, please go ahead and just type them in the comments, and we will be happy to ask them a question. Remember, if this person is not a match for you, maybe they're a match for a friend, or maybe you know a really amazing single that they'd be like, oh my God, you'd be perfect for this person. So make sure that you go ahead and apply. And welcome, hello. So yeah, I think, the week has been good, and I think people are ready to meet these amazing, spicy and sizzling singles. So Carm, why don't you introduce us to our first single?
Okay, well, I'm going to bring on our first single, but before I do, let me share with you a little bit about him. He is 29. He is a co-founder and creative director for a custom menswear company. And my goodness, I actually bought 3 suits for him for clients and friends of mine, so I can't wait for you to see him. Now, a little bit about him. He's from Toronto. He is 6'2" with brown eyes. He describes himself as very outgoing, ambitious. He loves adventure. He loves being spontaneous. So this is as spontaneous as it gets, okay? And his ideal match, he's usually attracted to women who are ambitious, equally intelligent, and independent. And of course, someone who has a great sense of humor. And what you should know about him is that he's a young business owner, that he is. He loves to travel, connect with great people, and he's always ready and willing to learn. So let's bring on Bachelor number 1. Hello, Bachelor number 1.
Hey, how you doing, lady?
Good. All right, so Bachelor number 1, you can now share with the audience your name, where you're from, and a fun fact about yourself.
Okay, so my name is M.A. I live here in Toronto, Canada, but I was born in Rwanda, East Africa.
Ooh.
And fun fact about myself, so my name is actually French, and it actually stands for love. So that's a fun fact.
Oh, that's right. M.A. Why would I not have remembered that? Like, I'm a Canadian, so je t'aime means I love you. So M.A. stands for love. You're the perfect guest for this show.
Team love.
Team love. Okay, exactly. So do you have a question? By the way, as we introduce our singles audience, we encourage participation. If you want to get to know our bachelors or bachelorettes, please feel free to ask questions, and we're going to post your question in the comments, and our singles are happy to share more about themselves.
Yes.
All right.
I actually have a question for M.A.
Okay.
Emmy, I would love to know, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I would love to know, what is the first thing that you notice about a woman right away?
Kind of keep it PG, but no.
Well, this is an adult audience, but why don't we hit a personality trait, and then we can talk about what physically is attractive for you.
Personality trait, probably like her sense of humor, like somebody that can keep a good conversation and doesn't take themselves too seriously, like right away. So can kind of joke around and, just laugh and just tell good jokes, I guess.
Okay, and a question I have is, What's your favorite movie and what do you like about it?
Favorite movie? My favorite movie right now, I mean, for a while actually, is Limitless. I don't know if you guys ever seen that.
Oh, I've never seen who stars in Limitless?
Bradley Cooper, I think. Yeah, Bradley Cooper. So yeah, Limitless. Yeah, it's a really good movie. I love it because it's really kind of. I guess I'm not condoning no drugs, but he takes like basically a super drug that makes him like almost invincible. So yeah, I just love it because he's able to do everything that I want to do, I guess, in life when he's on that drug. So it's a really cool movie. I recommend it to anybody.
Listen, I'm all for a drug that makes people invincible and their best self and powerful and not addicted to it, right? So let's and I think that drug is called love. So MA, you are the love drug.
That's something that I've heard all day.
All right, ladies. If you want a man named after love, like we're all about Team MA, so ask your questions. And on that note, we're about to be joined by our second bachelor. Go ahead, Michelle. Tell everybody about our second bachelor.
Okay, so our second bachelor is from Toronto as well. He is 38 years old and a comedian. One line about him that you should know. Sundays are pretty much every day of his life. So we're going to ask a little bit about what that really means. He's Jamaican, stands tall at 6'1" with some beautiful brown eyes. His ideal match, well, he says, hope you're ready. Can you handle it? Question mark, question mark, question mark. What you should know. You should know that he enjoys the simple and fancy things of life. So bachelor number 2, let me go ahead and bring you on. Hello.
Hello, bachelor number 2.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, hello
We're
there.
good.
So bachelor number 2, please share with us your name, your city, and a spicy fun fact about you.
My name's Quinn. I'm from Scarborough, the east part of Toronto, and I don't like anything spicy at all.
Oh, that's a fun fact. As in spicy foods. You're saying it's just not your jam.
Yeah, no, anything spicy hot, I don't eat it. Never.
That's
You're
interesting.
Jamaican.
And you're Jamaican. Did you know that you didn't like spicy foods from the first time I don't even know if your mother cooked with spice. When did you know that you didn't like spicy foods?
Yeah. Oh, they did. They always cooked spicy food and liked everything hot and used to put extra hot sauce on things. And from I was a kid, like 4 or 5, I just never had anything spicy. And I think I disappointed them just a little bit with that.
All right. Question for you, Quinn. Can you dance? And if you dance,
Yeah.
do you have a favorite dance move? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, definitely dancing. I mean, that's what's going to happen all night if you hang out with me. But I want to hear some reggae music.
Nice.
Some reggae music, and I want to hear it all night.
That's great. Is that would be your favorite genre of music then? Reggae?
Absolutely.
Okay, amazing.
So you
Hey.
get whining.
Audience, do you have a question? You guys, we have 2 very spicy bachelors here. One from Emmy, did you say you were from East Africa? Where did you say you were born? Rwanda. Okay. So, Quinn, are you Canadian born or were you born in Jamaica?
No, I'm born here in Canada.
You are born in Canada. Okay. Have you guys, I guess we'll talk about travel. Have either of you traveled, before the pandemic?
Carm's audio, I can't hear anything.
Oh, can you hear? Michelle, can you ask him about, Quinn, can you hear me now? I don't think he can hear me. We had that issue before, so go ahead.
Hey there. So sorry. The question was, were you born in Toronto?
Hold up.
Oh.
I lost audio. I'll be right back. I lost audio. I don't know why.
Okay. He'll be right back.
Well, why don't we take this opportunity and introduce our beautiful bachelorettes that are waiting as well as
Perfect.
he gets ready. So let's go ahead and meet our first bachelorette. So bachelorette number 1, you want to go ahead and introduce her?
Yes. And let's bring Let's try to check back with audio, but Bachelorette number 1 is 38. She's from Las Vegas. What stays in Vegas, we don't talk about. She is the executive director in business finance. One line about her is that she is a woman of God and she puts it first. So her man has to also be a man of God. Loyal, respectful. She stands at 5'5" with beautiful brown eyes. And what you should know about her, she holds a BA in political science and a MA in public administration. So not only is she beautiful, she is smart. So without further ado, let's bring on our Bachelorette number 1, and we're going to bring Quinn back. Hopefully Quinn can hear the audio. Bachelorette number 1, can you tell everybody your real name, where you are from, and a fun fact about yourself? Heather? I wonder, Michelle, if she can hear me. Can you repeat?
Hey, Bachelorette number 1, can you hear us? I don't know if you're muted, but you might be muted. Can you hear us? Oh, you're unmuted. Hi.
Let's talk to Quinn. Is Quinn around?
Yeah, I'm right here.
All
right.
Bachelorette number 1, we can't hear you, but any moment that you get connectivity, please say hello.
Yes. All right. So Quinn, I think we were asking you a question before you left.
Yeah, what was the question?
We asked about. Go ahead, Michelle.
Yeah, we had asked whether or not you were born and raised in Canada, and you were saying that you were from Stanford.
Scarborough. Oh my goodness, girl. She's from Miami, so forgive her. She is from Scarborough. Yes.
Yeah. I'm born and raised in Scarborough. Absolutely.
So I want to ask the same question we asked to Emma. What is the first thing you notice about a woman?
I notice her smile. You know, if she got one of those smiles that can kind of light up the room, then I'm automatically attracted to them. There's something about a big, nice smile that says so much about a person. I always feel like it means they have good hygiene, or they're really jovial, happy person. I just like somebody that smiles.
You know, that's probably why you have a professional career in making people laugh. Michelle, I don't think you can hear me. Can you tell?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
We can hear you, Bachelorette number 1.
All right,
I can't hear you guys. It went dark again.
Quinn, you can hear us? Oh boy. Okay.
We are having technical difficulties. Sorry, guys.
You know what? It's a full moon, Carmen. They say.
Is it really?
Yes, it's the flower moon. And they say whenever that the moon is full, just get ready because technology goes haywire. So we apologize. I'm sure we're not the only ones having technical issues.
Okay, so let's bring on our last Bachelorette.
Bachelorette number 1, can she hear us? And can we hear her?
I'm here.
Hey, let's talk to her for a moment before we bring on our beautiful Bachelorette number 2. How are you?
I'm finding you.
Good. Can you please share? Sorry, we're gonna start over. Can you share your name, where you're from, and a spicy fun fact about you?
Okay. My name is Heather. I'm originally from Southern California, Los Angeles, and I currently live in Las Vegas. And a fun fact, oh God, I don't even, am I fun then? Oh my God. I love to vlog, I love to write, and I love to travel. I mean, now I really need to think about what's fun about me. That sucks, but I'm gonna get back to you on that.
I think your voice is fun. You sound like, you know, and you know, sometimes people, it's so funny because it's true. You ask somebody to describe themselves, something as simple as what's a fun fact, and don't feel badly, Heather. There are a lot of people that you ask them a question and it's difficult. A lot of times people have a challenging time to A, say something about themselves, and B, to speak about it in a way that seems, oh, should I say this? Should I brag about myself? You know, so that's part of the reason why sometimes people are challenged.
Well, I like to skate and I like to dance. Though I love skating and I love to dance. So.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
All right. So go ahead, Michelle. There's a question on the screen there for Bachelor number 1.
I think that's great that you love to skate. I wanted to ask her if it was rollerblading or just like,
Oh
on skate
no,
or
I'm
ice
old
skating.
school. Oh no, I skate. I
Oh,
skate four wheels. Yeah,
four wheels.
yeah. I'm an '80s baby. I skate.
Hey,
Oh,
another
good.
80s baby. Yay.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so our question for you is what is the biggest adjustment you've made since being in quarantine, especially living out in Vegas? I can't even begin to imagine like how life has potentially changed.
It's been great for me. I have utilized this opportunity to finish my book, to do all the things that I've been, doing my YouTube channels, my blogs, becoming one with myself, getting deeper and deeper in the Bible, and also just experiencing this as an opportunity for like a reboot. And I'm excited. I'm really enjoying
Ooh.
this time to myself and getting to know Heather a little bit more. I've always been really busy and academically and in my career. I just never got a chance to learn Heather, and so that's exactly what I've been doing, and I appreciate this time.
That's amazing. I mean, I think a lot of people that we've chatted with, have tried to figure out what is the best use of time. And I love and am very inspired by the fact that you're choosing to invest it in yourself. So that's incredible. So we have to introduce now our second bachelorette, Michelle. Are you ready?
Yes, yes, I'm so excited to introduce our second bachelorette. So, our second bachelorette is a bachelorette. She is 30. Let me make sure I say this correctly. She is 38 years old. She is from Oakland. She works as a marketing director. And something that you can learn or something that you should know about her is that one line about her: I love to have fun and I take every opportunity I can to learn something new. She is Black, 5'4", with beautiful brown eyes, and she has a gorgeous smile because I know her personally, so I can say that. And her ideal match is a leader with a curious mind who enjoys life and values partnership. Man, that's a common theme with all the singles that we've had on here, isn't it,
Yes,
Carm?
yes, it is.
Something else you should know about her is that she's looking for marriage with a man who believes in partnership, romance, and good communications.
All
Bachelorette
right.
number 2, welcome.
Hi, welcome. Hi.
Hi. So, why don't you let everyone know what your name is, where you're from, and a spicy fun fact about you?
Of course, my name is Fiona, and I am originally from Guyana, South America. I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now I live in Oakland, California. A fun fact about me is I danced on stage with Prince once.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Tell us about that.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
It was just pure luck. We happened to be late to the concert, my friend and I, and one of the ushers switched our tickets with floor seats. And then somebody came up and said, "Hey, would you like to go on stage?" And I was like, "I would."
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
So you get rewarded for showing up late. I gotta say that never happens. That usually never happens, but thank goodness that's a lifetime experience. Did you get a chance to and do you have that on record? Is that when we had cell phones?
Before cell phones. No,
Oh my goodness.
but
So you have that memory in your mind. So
Yeah.
there are some things that you can't recreate, but it would have been nice to have a smartphone and a selfie with Prince. That would have been amazing.
Yes.
oh my God, so amazing.
That would have
And I
been
can't
amazing.
imagine. I have to ask the energy. How was it up there? Like, were you close to him when he was like getting it on the guitar? Like, how was the energy?
Yeah, I mean, it was a couple girls. We were pretty close on stage. She said, just go on stage and dance. And it was in actually the arena where the Cavaliers play. So thousands of people.
All right.
That's incredible. All right. Well, we had asked the gentlemen what's the first thing they noticed about a woman. So, got to ask the ladies, what is the first thing, Fiona, that you notice about a man when you first meet him?
I think it's his style. I worked in tech and they're not the best dressed, I have to say. So if you're a guy that has some style, I'm like, who's that guy? Where's he from?
Oh, great. Well, speaking of style, we're about to see all of y'all in about like literally 30 seconds. So I think it's the perfect segue to introduce you to Bachelor number one, who I think is the king. Not only is he the king of love, he's the king of style. So Bachelor number one, MA, please share your camera with our audience.
Ta-da!
Hey! Hello! All right, now we're going to introduce you to the king of comedy and also a man of style. Quinn, can you open your camera, please? Oh, Michelle, he might not be able to hear me, so go ahead.
Hey, Quinn, can you hear? Yay!
Yay! All right, there he is. So, Quinn, can you hear me? I don't think he can hear me, so you're going to have to...
Can you hear me, Quinn?
Yes.
Barely. It's pretty choppy, but I heard you say, "Can you hear me, Quinn?"
Okay, all right. And now we're going to go to Heather. Heather, can you open your camera, please? Hey! Let's cheers to that. Say hello to your fellow guests. And now we got Fiona. Certainly not the least person. Hi!
Smile.
Oh my goodness. Look at all of our single smiles. This is a beautiful crew right here. All right, now we're going to get to play a game, everyone. So I'm hoping that Quinn can hear us because we're going to play a game of true or false, okay?
Quinn, can you hear what Carmelia is saying?
Yeah, sir. What's the question?
We're playing true or false. Okay, I'm going to do private chat.
Okay. We're playing the game true or false. So here is how we play. Now, we want to make this a little bit more interesting. So how we're going to make it a little more interesting is we're going to have bachelorettes versus bachelors. Now, I get it. You guys are not nearby. You're not in a room together. So you're like, okay, how do we do this? Well, here's the deal. We're going to be creative, and whoever gets it right, thumbs up for true, thumbs down for false. Okay. So let's say you and your partner got to find a way to be able to say true or false and make sure you're on the same page. Okay. So then whoever, calls it first, that's who the point goes, either bachelors or bachelorettes. Does that make sense? Did I make sense there?
Okay, we're going to pose the question on the thing below. So the first online dating site was registered in 1995. True or false? Okay, so Quinn's a true. Heather?
I don't know.
You gotta defer to your partner. What does your partner say?
True.
True.
All right. Okay, so the answer is true. What the bonus question? Which dating site was the first registered dating site in 1995?
Match.com.
Yes. All right. You got that answer correct. All right. Next question. There are an estimated 5,000 registered online dating sites in the world.
True or false? True or false? I got a true from Fiona. I have a true from Quinn. I have a true from Emmy.
Yeah.
Heather?
Ladies?
True.
True. All right. I am sorry to say, false. False. Actually, there is 2,000
in North America. In North America.
But 8,000 worldwide.
So there's over 8,000 online dating sites worldwide. Like, that's insane. All right.
If you're having a hard time finding love, you shouldn't.
So on average, the ratio is 40% female and 60% male on a dating site. Yes or no?
True. False.
False.
Oh, they think false.
False. Quinn is a true.
Yeah.
We have a true. So we got opposing sides here.
We got partners that are not agreeing with each other. What's going on here?
That's
all right, Michelle, what's the real answer?
So here's the real answer. The real answer is true. The ratio is 40% women to 60% male on dating sites.
All right. Okay, the next one. 7 in 10 couples found each other online and not in real life.
I see Fiona. They're really thinking about this one. I see Quinn. Quinn's like, I know this.
I'm like, I think it's true. I think it's true.
Okay. Emmy,
I say false.
you say false.
Yeah.
Heather,
False.
false. Okay, so we got two trues and we got two falses again. Opposite partners this time.
You know what? Quinn and Heather are on like some in sync, and then Fiona and Emmy are like on the same. I think you got to split teams because, but the answer is true. So Heather and Quinn, you got the right answer.
All right.
All right, they got the right
No, I
answer.
think I said false, didn't I?
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know. The next one.
Sorry, what's the question?
Women are 9% happier than men in their relationships.
ooh.
True or false?
True.
I would say false.
False.
I say false.
Oh, 3 false and 1 true. It is false because men are 9% happier. Men are happier than
I'm
women.
really happy in relationships.
Yes.
Really, Fiona? Why do you think that?
Well, there is a lot of data that says married men live longer than single men, and I think there's a lot of research that supports that partnership and like this coupleship is better for men than women.
There you go. There you go.
All right. The
All
next
right.
one. 5% of singles reported that they're going to stop dating altogether until the virus
Ooh.
passes. True or false?
5%
5% of singles.
That's a tough one.
Quinn said no go. He said that's false. He said no. Everyone's on Tinder swiping left and right. Emmy says it's false as well. Ladies, they're teaming up.
I'm gonna say true.
Ooh. All right. So the answer for this one is
True. 5% of singles report that they're just going to stop dating altogether. I think that's a small percentage.
I do too.
But yeah, 5%. And Dominique says these are fun questions. All right.
Yay.
Now we're going to move into dating discussions where we want to get the viewpoint of all of our singles on these hot topics, okay? So there's no right or wrong, but we want to hear from you. And the first one is, are you open to a long distance relationship since the pandemic? And let's go in a backwards order now, starting with Fiona, bachelor number 2. Are you open to a long distance relationship since the pandemic?
Oh, that's a tough question. It would depend on the person. I feel like with travel being so unpredictable, you don't know if you're actually going to get to see that person. So if I knew them already, yes, I would be open to it. But if it's somebody that I met online and we lived long distance and I didn't know if I could actually ever get to meet them, I would say no.
All right. What do you think, Heather? You're next.
I would be open to it. I used to be closed-minded about it, but I think that I would be open to a long-distance relationship. Hey, we're grown. We can all travel.
Right? Okay, that's great. What says the comedian Quinn? You travel a lot actually. You're on the road. What do you think? Okay. What would you like to back that statement up? Have you done the long distance thing? Michelle, can you
I
ask
can't
him?
hear Carm, but I can
Oh,
hear.
okay. So are you open to a long distance relationship since the pandemic? And if
Open.
you're open,
Open.
okay, share with us why. How come you're open to it? And is it since the pandemic or you've always been open to it?
I've always been open to it because love is everywhere in this world. So you just never know where you're gonna find it if you travel enough. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, if it's really real, you make it work. So open.
Oh, I love that answer.
Yay!
Yay! Points for Quinn.
Emmy.
Emmy, what about you, Mr. Style Man?
I think I'm open to it as well. Probably depending on like the connection I have with the lady. I think it has to be a pretty strong connection in order for me to like invest, I guess, that time and that energy into a long distance relationship. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the next question. What changes in your dating habits have you noticed since the pandemic? And I'm just gonna let you guys chat. He's saying that.
What changes? Let me just repeat it. What
Yeah,
changes in your dating habits have you noticed since the pandemic? Quinn, since you have such a strong opinion about this, I'm gonna start with you.
I think he's saying he's not dating.
I just haven't changed anything. All is the same.
All is the same. All is well in Quinn's.
What's there to change? What's there to change? It's just dating. There's nowhere to go. Just always trying to build a connection before going out. In this case, can't really go out, but still always trying to build a connection. So nothing's really changed, pandemic or not. The only thing that's really changed is the fact that we can't go anywhere to sort of see what we're like in different environments. So beyond that, nothing's really changed, though.
Okay.
I'm always trying to build a connection, and that's what I do. It's not going to change, pandemic or not.
All right.
I like that. I like that. Anybody
I like that
else?
perspective, yeah.
Ladies? M.A.?
I think for me, obviously, like seeing the person that I'm dating or I'm going on a date with has changed a little bit more. I usually like to see them like off bat, just to like obviously the physical touch and just physical.
Terrace?
So waiting a little bit has changed. So that part I'm not really too far on, but I guess like the communication's a lot better. So we get to talk on the phone and
About 12%.
So I think that's
Sorry? Okay.
Oh. Okay, awesome. And how about
Give
you,
me 1
Heather?
second. Here, sorry.
Dating habits, they haven't changed since the pandemic, so they're about the same. Yeah, they're about the same.
Okay, how about you, Fiona?
Mine have changed because I'm not dating anybody. So
Yeah, there we go. Yes.
I went from maybe possibly dating somebody to dating nobody at all. So yeah, I would say that's definitely a big change.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there have been some things that we have noticed that have changed. Like people are saying that they're spending more time getting to know one another, which is one of the common themes that I hear Emmy say, and I hear Quinn said, getting to know one another a little bit more. And if you are dating, so I should ask, how many of you actively dating during this pandemic?
The boys.
Ladies, you know what? The ladies are practicing. They're taking care of themselves. They're unplugging before they got to get back out there in the real world and just.
We're multitasking over here.
Well, women are. We are better multitaskers. Science does say that.
So I hear.
Okay.
Well, we want to know what changes in your dating habits have you noticed since the pandemic? I mean, is there anything different about your dating habits? And I also wanted to know, Quinn can't hear me, so Michelle, you may have to repeat it.
Yeah.
What do you think is what do you think globally is gonna change about dating in general post-pandemic, right? Post-pandemic. So can you repeat the question for Quinn?
Yeah, like Cart just asked, what have you experienced during the pandemic since you've been dating that you think will stay post the pandemic? And I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna start with Emmy this time.
What do I think will stay? I think probably more of like the online dating is probably going to stick a little bit more. So I'm sure people have reverted to more of the online dating to meet people. So I think I think that's going to stay. I think people are going to meet each other more and more. I think instead of 7 out of 10 couples that meet online, it's going to be like 8 or 9. So I think that's going to stay for sure.
And you've done a couple of virtual dates?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
What was it? The speed dating.
And how did you like that?
That was really cool. The speed dating was really fast. It was 3 minutes, which was like I felt like that was a little too fast. Maybe like 5 minutes would be cooler. But I think that I would definitely do like a 5-minute speed date a lot more often before I go on a real date, I guess.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm curious to know, Fiona, if there is something that you would say that. And by the way, there's a fun fact about. I'm not going to share it. I'll let you share it.
Yeah, you share it.
So there's this really fun fact that nobody knows about Fiona, but Fiona actually, she runs a dating blog. It's called thedatingtruth.com. That's how her and I actually initially connected. And so we connected in the space. We did some projects together, and So she, even though she's not actively dating, she has her finger on the pulse of what's happening. So I'd love to hear from your perspective what it is that you think is going to stay now post the pandemic.
So I definitely think that the online dating and like just the virtual meeting is going to stay because dating is expensive, and when people start to realize how much money they're saving, like not
Quinn's like,
there with those people they don't know, like they're really into this virtual meeting. Yeah, I think for me, like, you know, Michelle, you know me for a while. Like I know everything about dating. I know nothing about relationships. I think what I've learned in the pandemic is that like I need to get better at relationships. I need to not multitask. I need to like focus on getting to know one person because I am like an excellent dater and I dated for years. And so it's so easy in the pandemic with so much time to like be talking to like so many people, and I didn't want to do that. So for me, I'm just like, how do I focus on one person and not get distracted by like all the options that are out there and like build a real relationship? And that's what I'm trying to focus on. That's like what I'm learning.
those are great. That's great things to hear that you're learning, and the fact that you're aware of it, it's just it speaks volumes about you, where you are in your journey and how serious you are. I think you know that really speaks volumes of you. So thanks for sharing that.
So hold on, we have a fan. Tell Quinn. Someone has said that I like Quinn. He looks like a fun person. we have a fan for Quinn.
Carolyn, you want to go ahead and apply? The link is right there below on the sticker. You could possibly meet Mr. Quinn.
Yeah, exactly. So listen, guys, you have an opportunity.
I just want to say, you know what I think that has changed because of the pandemic that I think would stay is I think people are going to be more health conscious concerning dating. And I hope that really sticks around. People are very, health forward now. And I think it's going to stay.
Can you ask him like what he means, like people asking health questions, like how's their health? Do they have an STD? Is he talking specifically about those kinds of health questions?
Yeah, are you talking about the question? Are you talking about the question of, hey, do you have an STD? Kind of having those conversations more up front. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. All of them. Yeah, all STD, COVIDs, everything. Yeah, I think people are going to be more health conscious going forward, and I think they should be.
Okay.
Okay. Well, and you know what? I gotta agree with you, Quinn, on that because I think if there's anything, me personally, I think because you're spending time and you're talking to people, you know, and you're really connecting with them, and there's no way to physically see them afterwards. I feel like the conversations have more depth, more substance to them, for sure. And I agree, especially with something like COVID that can be just transferred basically by you breathing around the wrong person or sneezing, right? Until we know all the facts of everything and we find a cure for this. Yeah, it's definitely a conversation to be had. I think it's all about the delivery. How do you ask that question, right? You don't just want to come out and be like, show me your STD test, right?
I have a question that I'm going to post to Emma because
I wish they would.
Emma, you have the opportunity in your business to style a lot of men. What do you think would be a good first date attire for a coffee date for a man? Like if you were to show up on a date or you were advising somebody on what to wear, I'd love to hear from you what you think is a good combination for a coffee date.
Coffee date, I probably wear, or I would advise the guy to wear like a nice sweater and just like either like a blazer or like a nice overcoat, like some jeans and some nice like boots. Something is really clean. Like I don't think something not too like serious, like in the sense of like business attire, but something that's clean. Putting himself together, make sure the girl sees like that. He takes care of himself and whatnot. So, yeah, I'll say something like that.
Is there a big mistake that you see modern guys wearing right now, or when you're out and about, or when you were about? What would be a mistake that you see men making when it comes to their appearance or clothing? And I want to pose that to the ladies. I'd love to hear from the ladies what they think about dress code when it comes to guys. So Emma, you first.
I think guys like when they wear something like sure when I have like some friends or some people that like some clients that have like dirty shoes, I think that that's something that
Dirty shoes. Okay.
like obviously our shoes get dirty, but like just make sure like you take care of them, like make sure like, you put yourself together, right? Like, you're not gonna wear like nice pants or a nice suit or something nice to wear some dirty shoes. So just making sure things on point, I think is the biggest thing for me.
Got it. Ladies, any style tips for the gentleman, or want to share a story about
I'm sure
how
Heather
somebody
has-
might have showed up?
I'm sure Heather has some good stories from Vegas. I'm just assuming here because Vegas is a place where I think it's like Miami. People just go buck wild out there. They just forget.
Unfortunately, I don't. I'm just coming out of a 20-year relationship. This is all new for me. So
Wow.
I've been held down and married and so this dating. When I started dating, my spouse, this was, in like 2000. There was no social media. You got, some guy trying to talk to you at the mall so when me coming out of this, it's kind of like, so, it's weird. So, I haven't been on dates like that, but what's important to me is just coming. I love the way a man smells. I think that, smelling good and having cologne, and your shoes and clothes should be ironed and, look appropriate. And they expect us to be sexy and beautiful. So, they want our nails and feet done. Make sure your nails are clean and you have your teeth and, and that your shoes are nice and that you smell good. So
You're getting a clap from Emmy. Emmy approved.
Well, on that note, when you're talking about smell, interestingly enough, I just did an appearance on Oprah Winfrey's network, the new show called Love Goals, and I did introduce a test from a company called Instant Chemistry that tests your genetic compatibility with someone. And smell, by the way, is it's a metric for attraction that is in your genes, so something in your pheromones. That being said, I will advise men, you guys, everyone has a natural scent, so also be careful that you don't drown your scent with too much perfume or something that doesn't complement your body, because it can actually, people have sensitivities to perfume, so I want to advise people to not drown themselves in their cologne. That's also really a turnoff.
I mean, I hate when I walk into an elevator and there's a very well put together man, and then all of a sudden, it's like my nose hurt. Like I can't even appreciate the beautiful man or what he's wearing because I'm just like, oh my God, I'm about to start like tearing up, So I definitely agree with that, and I did not know that. I just learned something new, Carm. Thanks for that.
Yes.
Oh, we have someone saying Tom Ford Black Orchid.
Anybody know the scent?
I don't.
All right, I'm curious to know what your go-to scents are if you're going to go on that first date. Fiona, do you have a go-to scent?
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with smelling good. It's like one thing I will say that I can like spend all my money on investing in perfume. No, my favorites are typically Burberry. I think Burberry has like so many different options that have always been a hit for me and like long lasting, and also it's Prada. Prada's been like a good secret weapon for me as well.
Amazing.
Ooh.
Let's ask the rest.
Heather, tell me, what's your favorite go-to scent?
My favorite is Jo Malone.
Jo Malone?
Yes, Jo Malone.
Okay.
It's my all-time favorite perfume. I have others, but I have a lot of perfumes, but that's my favorite.
All right. Thank you. And Quinn, what does a comedian like to wear? What does he like to douse himself in?
Hey, listen. Everywhere I go, the ladies always stop me and ask me what I'm wearing. Always. I'm all about smelling nice. I can give you the concoction right now. First things first, the lotion is a Vino Baby lavender scent. Spray a little Old Spice with it. I promise you, everywhere I go,
that's it.
But how old are these ladies?
That's it. Oh, hey, Hey, I have no kids. They're always under 25. They know what it is when I come through. They like it. I smell like their dad. They love that. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie. That and give me Dolce blue, the light blue, Dolce and Gabbana light blue, but only that one's only on special occasions, and Versace for but that's only on special occasions. But I'm telling you, the Old Spice, I get the most compliments on. I swear to God.
With the lavender. Okay.
you know, sometimes the oldies are goodies, and given what he said about familiarity, there is because my
Remember, I can hear
partner.
anything Carm saying.
Oh yeah, let him know that there's
So
something about familiarity.
there's something about familiarity that she's saying. I can't believe that he can't hear you. You know?
This is the second time
I can
exactly.
hear everybody but Carm. That's the whole thing. I can literally hear
Everybody but Carm. Carm,
Weird.
it's your headset or something.
I don't know.
But she
I
just
don't
said
know.
that there's something
I don't know
about
what it is.
familiarity, and she was sharing a story about her partner. Go ahead and share your story about your partner.
He uses Irish Spring, and I can't stand
She
it.
uses Irish Spring and she doesn't like it. Okay, so here's something about my husband. And Emmy, I'm gonna get back to you. My husband, when I met him, he never wore cologne. Okay. And then I was like, come here, let me smell your natural scent. I'm good at picking colognes for men. So I smelled his scent and I picked a cologne for him. And he wears it occasionally, but he doesn't. He's not a big cologne man, but I love his natural scent, to be honest. So we'll see if he continues trying different colognes, but I feel like for me, it's a waste to give it to him because he's not really going to use it, but it's all right, you know? So Emmy, tell me, what is your favorite scent?
My favorite one for the last couple of years has been it's called Gucci Intense Pour. And yeah, somebody gave it to me as a gift, I think like 2 years ago for Christmas, and it's been my favorite ever since. And for like the strong scent, somebody gave me a trick to like spray it on cool so it doesn't like overwhelm anybody. It's like you're supposed to spray it in the air for like make two sprays and like walk into it, and it just kind of goes all over a little bit, and it's not too strong. So
I like that. Yeah, where you just spray in the air. Okay, Michelle, we have to wrap up and get
Yes.
ready for our next segment.
So here at this point, I would love to say thank you to all of you for coming onto the show. And for all of you that are watching, if you're interested in meeting one of our bachelors, please go ahead and make sure you fill out an application. The link is below. We'd be happy to make introduction if it is a quality fit, and there is no cost to making this introduction, people. We're trying to bring love in the time of COVID, right? So if you're a match, please apply, or you think you know someone who's a match. Thank you so much. I'm going to ask for Emmy and Fiona to please stay. Quinn and Heather, thank you so much for coming. You guys are brave souls. Thank you for putting yourself out there, and we'll be in touch.
Yes. Can you just ask them if their person is watching right now,
Yes.
what's one thing they want to leave them with before they go?
Okay, so before you guys head out, I'm going to start with ladies first, Heather, and then Quinn. Before you leave, if the man, the woman of your dreams right now is watching on Facebook, what is it that you want to leave them with? Go ahead, Heather.
I hope that they are an effective communicator, because the one thing that...
Say that one more time, hon.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
The one thing that is a complete turnoff to me, I hope that they're an effective communicator, but the one thing that's a big turnoff for me, if I might be old school, is I hate texting all day. So I'm more of a phone girl. Get to know me by the phone. So if that's not the type of person you are, then we wouldn't work, because I would probably take a few hours to reply to your text messages if they continuously. After 5 or 6 text messages, this is a paragraph and we need to be on the phone. And so
All right, so guys, pick up the phone. If we match you with her, pick up the phone. Don't text her.
Thanks,
All right,
Heather.
thanks so
We'll
much,
see you
Heather.
soon. Bye.
Quinn, what about you? There he is. If the woman of your dreams is watching, what do you want to say to her? What do you want to leave her with?
Just be ready, know what you want. I'm not fitting to teach anybody to be a girlfriend. So just be ready to have some fun and just know what you want. I mean, once those things are in place, I think everything sort of flows easily, If you're involving yourself with somebody that doesn't know what they want, so much more confusion with what's happening, right? And if someone hasn't engineered their life to be ready for this relationship, there's going to be more confusion and more hiccups. So for me, it's just be ready for the relationship and know what you want. And like a puzzle, if it just fits together, it'll be the funnest time of your life. I promise you.
I love that.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much,
Quinn. Thank you.
Thanks for
We'll see you
coming.
soon.
Yeah.
Okay, Michelle and I decided, because we do have regulars, and if you are watching and you have wanted and you've applied to be on our show, you've wanted to be on our show, this is an opportunity. We actually shared the link to come into our studio. If you were an audience member, you can come onto our studio right now. We're going to send the link here in.
There it is.
There it is.
Yep.
All you need, though, you need to be camera ready. And Michelle and I, we're going to pass the matchmaking baton to both Fiona and Emma to interview the person that's going to come on. So we don't actually know if someone's going to be brave enough from our audience to come into the studio. And we're just leaving that out there. If you're watching, hey, Dominique, I've seen you. Hey, Michael, I've seen you. I've seen some people. Carolyn, I don't know where you're from, but I know you're a fan of the show. We are calling on you. You have an opportunity to come in. Yes?
She's ready for Quinn. She's like,
I know.
She's harding Quinn.
She is harding Quinn.
She is
Exactly.
harding Quinn. Look.
yeah.
Yay. Oh, there you go.
I mean, Michelle, you might be with me on this one. Like, a West Indian that doesn't like anything spicy, like, that's a little, like, I don't know. That would, like, I would have questions. I would have so many questions.
Okay, are you folks, my ex-husband would eat spicy food to the point where he would cry. And I'm just like, at that point, there's no food. You're not eating food. You're just eating sauce. Yeah. Like, there's absolutely no flavor. He literally would, like, cry. And he would sweat, and his tongue would burn, and he's like, oh, these are the best chicken wings ever. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. No, How spicy do you like it? How spicy do you like it?
I like spicy food.
I like spicy food.
I love spicy food. Yeah, all spicy food lovers. Yeah.
I still gotta be able to taste the food though, but like not. Yeah, I definitely.
True. I have to be able to taste the food. I will tell you that my husband and I had an idea to open a hot sauce bar.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I love condiments. Like I'll put all the condiments on everything, and I love
sauces. Like I'm a sauce person. Like I always have to drown my stuff in sauces. My mom's like, "Why do you do that?" And I'm like, I
just need options. Like you need to have all the options. But yeah, I love spicy things. I put it on everything.
All right. So while we're waiting for an audience member to maybe join us, they got like 7 minutes left to be brave. Okay. I got to ask you, who's a cook, and let's share a recipe each. Emma, can you cook? Do you have culinary skills?
I mean, that's been my quarantine new skill I've been picking up on. Like I've been like super basic. I've been like meal prepping in like the last couple of years. So it's like really basic foods. So the last like 2 months I've been trying to get down in the kitchen.
Okay, so what are you most proud of? Give us a recipe.
Yeah,
I actually did like an Instagram live where somebody was teaching me how to do like a vegan meal. What was it? It was Mediterranean. It's like a Mediterranean pasta, zucchini pasta, and actually it was pretty good. So
I think I watched that. I actually think I watched that with your friends out in Edmonton, the sisters, right? Okay, exactly. That was really great.
Myself, but other than that, I'm pretty basic. So,
Fiona?
I'm actually a really good cook, but I hate cooking for myself because I hate leftovers. So like I would love to like cook for somebody who just wants to eat all day, but not me. So I like keep it as minimum as I can because I will be eating all the food for days. But yeah, I'm a very good cook. I love cooking, and
that's awesome.
I like seasoning.
Yes. Seasoning. How about you, Carm? What do you like to cook? You know, I've talked to Carm a couple of times, and she's like running around talking to me, and then she's cooking. I'm like, what are you making? And then her dinner's done in like 20 minutes. I'm like, holy crap. So I want to know, what is it that you're cooking, Carm?
You know, I have a family of 5 altogether. So 3 kids, myself, my partner. Is that 5? That's 5. I don't even know how many people are in the house. So, I mean, I can cook. I can cook anything. Breakfast. My daughter's favorite meal of the day is breakfast. So, you know what? We have somebody that says it's loading, and she might come into the studio. So we'll see. She's got 5 minutes. Amazing.
Okay.
So this morning I made French toast. I taught my son how to make French toast for the first time. He's embarrassingly enough, I'm like, honey, if you cannot cook eggs and you're 15 years old, you are not a real man. You need to learn how to cook eggs. So he like literally for the very first time cracking an egg, and he's 15, and I'm like, I'm a terrible mother. I'm a terrible mother that he can't cook. So I taught him how to do French toast, and then we had steak last night. So we cut up the steak, and I made like a steak frittata with eggs and scrambled eggs and everything. I'm the queen of mishing and moshing things together. So, all right. So hold on. Let's
Is she
see.
on? Is she on?
I think she said she's coming on.
Okay. Well, I'll share something. Fun fact about me. I don't think a lot of people know this. I actually went to culinary school in Hawaii. I graduated, so I am a chef.
Oh,
Yes.
So much talent, Michelle.
I went, honestly, so here's what happened. I went because I always used to host parties, and a girlfriend of mine, Sam, she was like, Michelle, you're always hosting great parties. She's like, you cook so good. We have someone coming in.
Okay, it says device not
Okay.
connected. Her
So
name is Dominique. Okay.
She's coming on. So we'll wait a second. So I'll finish my
Okay.
story really quick. And so next thing I know, I decided, I'm like, you know what? Let me see what kind of culinary schools they have in Hawaii. So they had Grosse Bonnet Culinary, which is an international school. And I learned to cook French, Italian, Japanese, German.
Oh, wow.
So I had, I still have my recipe books. And it was delicious. I will tell you, I gained 10 pounds.
Oh, okay. We have Dominique from the back end. All right.
I know.
okay.
Dominique, are you there?
You have to turn off your feed.
I'm like, you know what? Let me see.
Oh, we're getting feedback.
You have
Hi. Look at you. You're gorgeous. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Can you hear us? Hi.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so Dominique, we're great. Michelle and I are going to pass the matchmaker baton to Emma and to Fiona, and they're going to ask you questions to help determine for our audience who you are and what you like. But I'm gonna, ladies, Fiona and Emma, pretend you're a matchmaker, so go ahead.
Okay, I'll let Fiona go first. Go ahead.
Okay.
What is the first thing you notice in a man?
I would say I think it's definitely a man's smile and his eyes. Definitely.
Okay. Emma?
Okay. What's your biggest pet peeve from like the opposite sex, or like a guy, I guess? What's your biggest pet peeve that a guy does?
A biggest pet peeve, I would have to say I prefer talking on the phone than texting. So
Another
I
one.
would say
Same here.
if he's talking more than like if he's just like having long conversations via text or messaging, I would say kind of annoying a little bit.
All right. All right. We got 30 seconds.
Well,
Fiona,
Fiona, yeah.
Last question.
Let's allow ourselves to go maybe just a minute over because because we were late. Go ahead.
Dominique, if you had your choice tomorrow, what type of relationship would you want to be in?
I want to be in a committed, long-term, serious relationship that could really lead to marriage. To loving with somebody that's ready to commit.
Well, you're on the right show, my dear. You're on the right show. That's amazing.
I would love to know, Dominique, where are you from?
Yeah, that's the type of relationship I'm looking for.
Oh, Dominique?
I was born and raised in Montreal, but my background is from Haiti. I've never been to Haiti, but born and raised in Montreal.
Oh,
So I speak
okay.
French.
Oh, she speaks
Bonjour.
French.
Well, you know, Emma is the man of love here. So you get to leave with the last question,
Yes.
Emma.
Me? All right. What's the top quality that you look for in a man?
The top quality, I'm really looking for someone with a kind heart.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
I love
Dominique,
that.
thank you so much for being extremely brave,
Yes.
for like stepping out of your comfort zone, if this is out of your comfort zone, and joining us.
Yes.
And maybe you will be back for a future episode. And thanks for being a fan of our show. We will see you. Bye.
Bye, Dominic. Oh
All
my
right,
God,
guys.
this was so much fun. You guys did fantastic as matchmakers.
Thank
Woo! You asked some thoughtful questions, so
Very
that's
good,
great.
very
That's
thoughtful
great.
questions.
Yeah.
Well, I want to take this opportunity just to say thank you to both Fiona and also to Emmy. Thank you so much for coming. You guys are brave souls, amazing people. And we will be in touch with you, but we want to tell you thank you so much for coming onto the show and allowing Carm and I to be able to introduce you to our network and help you find love during this lockdown.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. Thank you. See you. Woo. Wow. That was great.
And we had someone call in, which is so much fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, we have Carolyn who says, I would love to join, but it's 2 a.m.
I wonder where she's from. Well, we may do that again next week. So we are wanting to say we're 2 minutes over, and to respect your time, we just wanted to say that next week's episode 6, is our all Bachelorette edition. And we're fully booked on that show, but we are planning for episode 7, which is our all-male cast.
All of our bachelors. So all of you gentlemen out there that are single and ready to mingle, do not be afraid to apply. And we will post the link down here below. Please feel free to apply. All ages welcome, all ethnicities, everyone welcome, please. Gentlemen and ladies, if you're watching, you have a great, fantastic single guy friend. Please, please, please nominate him. I promise he won't know. He won't know.
Yes. And so on that note, the Spicy Matchmaking duo are out, and we will be back next week at the same time. Cheers.
Cheers. See ya.
Bye.